Patrick Tuttle, the real estate guy with Legacy Real Estate Services, and on today's episode of FAQ Friday for June 30th, 2017, Kate wants to know what information to give to prospective home buyers. Alright, welcome back. So, Kate, thank you for your question for today's episode, and as always, I gotta get my glasses on to read it. So she asks, as a home seller, what information should I disclose to potential buyers? Well, Kate, this is a great question, and the way that I'm going to answer it for you, here in Texas, we have what's called a seller's disclosure notice that is required by the state of Texas. Where the state of Texas in the law says you as a home seller are supposed to give this information over to any prospective home buyer. Now, to make it easy for you, we've loaded up a copy of the TAR, that's the Texas Association of Realtors Seller's Disclosure Notice, and the Texas Real Estate Commission Seller's Disclosure Notice. So there's two forms. If you'll click on the links below my image here, you'll be able to see both of those. The trick Seller's Disclosure Notice is the minimum information that is required by law in Texas for you as a seller to give to a buyer. So instead of me going through all that information, click on the link below and you'll see the TREC information. Now the TAR, Texas Association of Realtors, is a little bit more detailed in the information that you would give across. We typically will provide that to our home sellers, and then the sellers will provide that to the buyer for the condition of the property, what they know about it. Now that's common practice in our area here in El Paso. But if you're in a different part of Texas and there might be, say, the Houston Association of Realtors Seller's Disclosure Notice that's specific to HAR, the Houston Association of Realtors, you're going to want to use that one. What you want to do is consult with your realtor. That's me. I'll have you do the TAR form and use the form that your realtor tells you to use, and that will be sufficient for the information that you've got to provide to any prospective home buyers. Now, the exceptions to that are that if it's a foreclosure home, meaning that a bank has foreclosed on the previous owner, or if it's an estate sale, you don't have to provide this information. There's a place in the contract, paragraph 7, for property condition. You check off box 3 that it's not required by the state property code and you're sufficient. But if you're an individual owner, if you're an investor that's held the property for a while, you're going to have to fill out one of these forms and provide it to any prospective buyer. Got questions on it, give me a call here at the office, we'll talk about it. Now, Kate, also, you had a follow-up question about appraisals, and it says, why is the assessed value different than what you say my home is worth? Well, good question on that one. That has to do with assessed value from the Central Appraisal District versus market value of your home being on the market for real buyers. Now, the difference here in El Paso is that our assessed value, that's what we get taxed on. But then market value is what a buyer is willing to pay under normal circumstances in what we call an arm's length transaction. And that has to do with how many choices does that buyer have. So if you've got a unique property that's priced, say, at $150,000 in West El Paso, you might have 15 buyers show up this month. But if you've got a property, we've got one up on the hill right now that's at $4 million. And I can promise you there's not a whole lot of people looking at that home because our market doesn't support many $4 million buyers. That $4 million property, it's on the tax rolls at $7 million. So he's being taxed a lot more than he's trying to sell it for. So assessed value is typically going to be different than what your true market value is. Kate, if you've got more questions about this, you want to visit with me personally on it, call me, 915-585-7777. And I'll be happy to visit with you, or you can post a comment on the video below here on YouTube, Facebook, wherever it is that you're seeing this video, and I'll be happy to answer your question either on an upcoming episode of FAQ Friday or give you a call, shoot you an email, but we'll be happy to visit with you. Everybody else, thanks for watching. Shoot me a message. Let me know how I can serve you best. God bless you, and make it a great day. Bye-bye.